I'm Darren Martin. I represent the Morton Chamber of Commerce Board. I think I know most of you. The way this will work is we've got a series of 5 or 6 questions, fairly simple. Ginger will be working on the time there too, so we've got about 2 minutes per question. Not really a debate style, so don't think the issues are such that it would require that. So take a couple of minutes. Feel free to address those questions, and when you're finished, or when you see Ginger raising the red flag on you, then we'll move on. I will try to rotate the questions around just so that we're not starting with the same person each time, and we'll go from there. Let's start off with Nick. Just some introduction questions here, Nick. Please share some information about yourself and why you want to become, or in your case, remain a county board member.
Okay, my name's Nick Graff. I grew up in rural Tazewell County down by Manier, lived on a farm down there, worked on the farm and on a family business. Eventually moved to Morton in 1977. Became a deputy sheriff for the Tazewell County Sheriff's Department. After that, I became Morton's police chief. Served as Morton's police chief for 23 years. In that capacity, I got appointed to many committees, both statewide and locally, Rotary president, those types of committees that got me active in the community. One of the committees I was appointed to was the Tazewell County Emergency Telephone System Board. I served as that chairperson for 12 plus years while I was police chief. I became acquainted with the operation of the county, both as the deputy sheriff and as this board member. Set up the budget as for the 911 board during that time for a number of times. Became acquainted with the operations of the county. Pretty much have a deep love for Tazewell County. Retired as police chief. Went to work as a professor at ICC, started teaching there. I enjoy that job, but I missed the government part of my life. 2 years ago, when the redistricting took place in Tazewell County, I decided to run for the board. Was fortunate enough to get elected. Serving on the board now in my first budget we've done, I'm a part of, on several different committees, and I just truly enjoy doing what I'm doing on the board. My whole purpose is serving the people of Tazewell County, and I hope I get reelected.
Thanks, Nick. Brett, same question.
My name is Brett Grimm. I grew up here in Morton for most of my life. Moved to Washington after I got married for just a little bit, about 9 years. Been married for 15 years this year. I've got 4 children. They're 12, 10, 7, and 5. Was appointed to the board in 2009. Since then I ran in 10, 12, and now again in 14 here. Biggest thing that I've learned about the board is it is not really a legislative type body. That's something that Keith does down there in Springfield. What we do more than anything is budgeting the money that we collect and put it in the proper departments so that things stay running well and doing a good job for the people. That plays to one of my strengths. I do a very good job on budgeting and delegating and making sure that I ask questions about where things are going and that they're run efficiently. Because of that, I really enjoy my time on the board, the committees that I serve on. I'm on health services, finance, human resources, executive, risk management, a lot of those committees that take the ability to look at some of these things as to what's going on. Again, I grew up here in town. I started 4 businesses. I've sold 2. I still have 2. As a small business owner, I think it's important that you know what it's like to meet a payroll, to watch where expenditures are going, and just have it go.
Thanks, Brett. Dean?
I'm Dean Grimm. I'm married and have 3 children, 8 grandchildren. Was in business here in Morton for 40 years in the retail business. I'm a veteran, been on the county board for 16 years. I'm currently chairman of the property committee. I think that I like to serve because it is service, and we can watch the funds of Tazewell County and watch your tax dollars and see how they're being spent. I think we've done a great job. This county is one of the few that has the type of reserves that we have. We have around $15 million in reserves, and I'd enjoy serving you more if I'm elected. Thank you.
And last but not least, Shelly.
My name is Shelly Hranka. I live in Groveland with my husband and our 2 dogs, Harry and Hannah Hranka. We have 4 children between the 2 of us, all boys. We have a 30-year-old that's expecting our first grandchild. We've got a 27-year-old in Chicago. We've got 2 24-year-olds, both in Chicago. Both graduated and out of school, and finally have jobs. I'm currently the Groveland Township trustee, so I completely understand when it comes to budgeting and where our money goes, and how the county and the townships work. So I'm completely aware of how hard it is to budget the money and make sure that we keep services to our constituents. I'm also the YWCA Board of Directors in Pekin, and I do that because I want to serve and I want to help women feel better about themselves, give them strength, and also help a great non-for-profit organization that's in Pekin. I am the current past president of our local chapter of NABO, the National Association of Women Business Owners, where we help women help start businesses and continue on with their businesses. We help them find resources to keep their businesses going with education. I'm also a Morton Rotarian. I sit on the Peoria Chamber Government Affairs Committee. I had to write it all down because I can't remember it all. I also sit with Chuck Weaver, Councilman Chuck Weaver in Peoria. He's got a business advocacy committee where we discuss about how important it is that how we keep our businesses vibrant in the city of Peoria and also in Tazewell County. And so why I want to be on the Tazewell County Board is I really want to help our community and our county with our businesses, with economic development and business development. So I'm sorry I stumbled on that. You threw me off with the time's up. So that's all I have.